actually tomato. So that'll work. And I'll get this junk off the screen back here. And see if that's all kosher. Hey, Michael Mullins. Hopefully the guys figured out I was going to start one. I'm sure buyers will. Hey, Colorado. Finally got to say hi after all the kerfuffle and needles and toes and skin, oh my. Nice. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, Colorado, you were right when you said something about, oh, it's been, or when you sent me the tripod, it took like 2 days. No problem. So, I don't know. It's Al. We'll let Al be Al. That's about all I know. And I'm going to message 7. Let's see if he's going to talk for a second or something. I'm streaming and it's not Christmas. Oh, there those guys are.
Hello.
All right. Hello.
It's not tomato, it's tomato.
it's tomato. And I said, can I touch your tomato?
Right, I do. As soon as I was like, what am I going to put on? I was like, a tomato. It kind of had a little bit of double entendre. Not really, but, you know.
Too many toes.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Hey, Wild Bill.
What? Yes, hi,
Where's
Bill.
7? We want 7.
He's in the chat. Oh, here he is.
What'd you do with Michael Mullins this time?
I put in the chat. It's a tomato, damn it.
Lord help us all.
Why do you give tomato their freaking mod status? All you do is delete people on your stream.
Well, he's good because I don't watch it.
Yep, anymore. I got tomato.
I'm kidding. Yeah. I watch it.
Yeah, I'm
me when I ran to the store.
7. My name is now Tomater.
See, guys, I did good. I actually didn't have to even look at the private chat. I do so much better
when
it's on the same screen.
Like that? That's
just
crazy.
When you enter the broadcast and it has.
Yeah, there's a blue line there that'll say 7 Wonders. You just click on it, delete it, and put in whatever you want.
Ooh, tomato jam.
That's funny.
That, and if you click the.
Hey, Wild Bill's here. What's up, Wild Bill?
Yes.
If you click the picture, you can change your damn icon.
Colorado, we were asking you before Phil bailed, what kind of bear did you see today?
Yeah. Was it black bear, brown bear? Damn, a hiccup.
Somebody that was bear.
Yeah, Colorado.
But like I was saying,
was it Milwaukee's bear?
Like I said,
black bear.
Black.
Why do you gotta be prejudiced?
I've always wanted to trap a bear.
Oh, we have a ton of black bears here. They come down in the city once in a while because we live close to the Adirondacks. So,
what?
Adirondacks.
Is there anything like Adirondacks?
We found another one, guys.
And here we go again.
I'll get up here.
Yeah, we also get.
Did you know your
what?
Moose.
7. Did you know your ex-home state had a breeding population of red wolves?
Ohio, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I did. You know, actually, I thought I saw one in my backyard a couple years ago, but I Googled it and ended up being a koi wolf, or at least, you know.
Yeah.
Did you know I have a red wolf in my room?
Nope.
I
Is it stuffed?
did not
Yeah,
know
it's a mixed breed. It's called a Catahoula leopard dog.
Bless you.
But
that. All right.
the state of Ohio turned loose 5 breeding pairs of red wolves per county.
Cool.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
trying to
And
introduce it back into the.
Is that to take care of the deer?
well, they did it to try and kind of thin out some deer population because there was inbreeding here and there and everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And once the red started killing cows, they decided they needed to dispatch the red wolf. So I got hired to travel county to county and kill red wolf.
Wow.
Basically, give me free reign. They said, it was a mistake. We shouldn't have done it. We're going to pay you $250 a wolf plus mileage to kill him. I said, sir, yes, sir.
Open
right.
season, right?
Wow.
Yeah, they did. They told me, said, it don't care if you set claymores, throw hand grenades. We don't care. We want them dead.
Wow.
Well, the first 6 months that they were released into the wild, there had been reported of 69 confirmed kills of mid-sized cows by the red wolf.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
the state had to reimburse the farmers for those cows because the state turned them loose unjustly.
They're what? Around $2,000 a piece, right?
Do what?
They're about $2,000 a piece, right? For a cow, $2,000, 25.
No. A lot of the ones that were getting killed in this part of the country was Angus.
Oh shit.
Yeah, some of them you was looking up close to $10,000, depending on pregnant or not or whatever.
You're talking like
Bloodline stuff.
$20 a pound or something like that. I think it is.
It's,
Wow.
yeah, depending on the bloodline, how much it costs. But they hired me and 2 or 3 of my buddies real quick to start wiping them dudes out.
Yeah.
I was watching some programs where they were introducing gray wolf back into the environment, but they were in national parks, and they're getting closer and closer to human population now.
Right.
But yeah,
Well,
they were. It was pretty. It was pretty interesting.
No, wait, Al, you said wolves? Wolves are
Wolf.
getting close to human population?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they released them up in Yellowstone and a couple other places that they've been trying to get them back in the wild, you know.
Yeah.
And some guy was hired to come up with a because he lives with the wolves. I can't remember, but anyways, he what do you say? Actually came up with the howling program where you direct the howling out to the wilderness for the farmers to keep the wolves at bay, thinking that somebody else is in their territory and they won't go into it type deal or something. It was pretty interesting.
That's kind of cool.
Those red wolves involved one of the funniest stories of my hired gun.
Colorado said he's not going to get into it because that's bullshit.
I had one of the young fresh game wards.
Yeah, I got a red wolf.
Wanted to go with me.
I got a red wolf right next to me.
Yeah, Yellowstone. I have a gray wolf.
Except it's more of
I'm just glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't introduce gray wolves or timber wolves here in Ohio, and they tried it with the red wolves before.
Right. I mean,
he went with me to.
I asked because I don't know. Can you? I mean, are they edible? I mean, can you turn them into sausage or something? I don't know. I've never tried
a wolf.
If they were skinny.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Wolf's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Colorado's gonna get mad.
I like their jerky.
I mean,
the brand. I think it has a wolf on it.
Colorado shouldn't get mad. I mean, if he's like me, I mean, my cats. Okay, they do things that I don't necessarily wish they would do.
Like
kill a bird, I want them to eat it. I would rather they eat it than me have to bury it. Same thing with squirrels. And
they kill everything on the property. There's nothing left but the skunks. Tell me about it. We had 15 straight feral cats here. There ain't nothing living on the property.
That weird to my computer?
Huh?
No, never mind. I'm on a different computer. I said, are you doing something weird to my computer?
I did not. I didn't do anything to your computer.
Well, I never know now. I get kind of scared. I have to make sure I shut the lid when I get to the front end.
So you're saying that I think your computer was already screwed up.
Yeah, I don't have that one open, and the other one that I tossed the other night, they're both sitting there together. This is an entirely different one, so.
There was probably a virus on it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Where are you going?
Colorado wolves.
What's that now?
I live with a wolf. I said, is Colorado upset because I killed a bunch of wolves?
No, he's just saying that he has a gray wolf there. I'm just saying somebody was talking about having it for sausage.
I wanted to catch him. I wanted to catch a red wolf and, actually keep it, but they wouldn't let me do that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. One of the fresh game wardens for Jackson County went with me on the first little mission right here close to my house.
Right.
And he asked me, he said, what kind of gun do I need to bring? I said, bring your AR. I said, because I'm going to take a shotgun. At least that way you can reach out 100 yards or so if need be. He's like, all right, cool. That kid was shaking like a freaking leaf. I swear he was wearing the pins because he should have pissed himself.
Oh my gosh. And he had new experience, though. I mean, I don't think I would know what to think initially. Just like.
But he should have an idea because he was part of the committee that voted to release them. So, I mean, he should have had an idea.
Sense.
Right.
Right.
They fresh killed about.
Maul me. Oh my god. Yeah.
The wolves had a fresh kill about 400 yards from where we was at, and it was roughly a 300-pound calf.
Wow.
And I set up on their kill and started calling them back to it. Well, they came right around the fresh kill and was running right for us. Like they knew we were there. They're not done.
Man.
And I let them run because I had a shotgun. I let them get within 50 yards, and I started cutting them down. And there were 6 of them. He had an AR, and I had a shotgun with 5 shells. And I told him, I said, shoot one. Shoot it. They're coming. And by the time I got another shell in the gun, put it in the chamber, it was at like 33 feet when I shot it.
Wow.
And he didn't even take his gun off safety. I was like, do not. If you're going to do this shit, do not come with me again because there's a chance that we may get chewed up.
Right, no doubt.
And
Colorado,
I said, if you're going to. Oh no, I think wolves are awesome. They just introduced them at a bad time.
Right, and maybe too many.
Yeah,
Colorado. I mean,
it's something I don't know about. I mean, I'd like to hear about it.
I honestly speaking, for most of us, we all love nature. We all love animals, but sometimes people make mistakes, and I know it sucks. I mean, Colorado, we know that too, bro. It's not about the people. I mean, they're killing cattle and stuff like that. So that's the problem.
The ones that they,
in my case, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Byron.
The ones that they released weren't wild, but they weren't tame either. They were just kind of feral cage creatures.
Right.
Yeah.
So they really didn't have the full understanding of what was going on in the wild.
They kind of did like one of those captive rescue things until they get them up to par to go out and try to live again, like out. And,
yeah,
so
that's
they was going
for
be part of the ecosystem again instead of being
right.
Yes, exactly.
That's kind of unfair to them, I think. It's like they don't know what the hell they're doing. They just they got to eat something. Like, okay, well that looks easy.
Well, they were used to eating beef and stuff like that when they were being raised. So, they was turning them loose right on farm property. What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, that was.
I guess
if they didn't like it, they'd come back to the reserve and be like, knock, knock. Give me that beef.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not out there.
Oh, never mind.
You're not out there what?
You're good.
Yeah, one of my cats is pissed off at the raccoon.
Get out of my space.
He said, Colorado said the wolves were released in Yellowstone were wild from Canada. That would have been, if they'd have done something like that for us, if they'd have brought them from, say, Canada or even out west and brought them here, turned them loose, that'd have been a different story. They'd have had a better chance at thriving and surviving the way they should have.
Either way, I wouldn't mess with them.
Well, as far as I know, they're still surviving in Yellowstone. They're just getting too close to the public domain.
Right.
Oh
And
my
they'll
gosh, did
get
you guys
closer
see
once
that
the
video with the guy sitting on the ground and that elk kept hitting it with its horns and he was just sitting there holding his camera? It's like
that was a young bull in rut.
it was a what?
He was all horned up, literally. A young
Yeah,
bull
it was crazy.
that was in the rut.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Let's see if I can turn my camera on. Might be too late.
I see you.
All right, well, shit.
Present him, Hoovy.
I think even you.
I didn't say kick him out.
I didn't. I hadn't even touched the button yet.
He gone.
Well, he's gone. You done touched the wrong button.
Back.
You touched the wrong button, Hoovy.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought he was going to show us something cool in the yard or something.
Can you guys hear me at all?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I can now.
All right, well, I just came around the corner because I heard a lot of ruckus. Oh,
yeah.
Man, Mom's pissed. I don't know if you got, well, you probably can't see it. See if you can see the eyes. There's
I see
Mama
some.
back there.
I seen eyeballs right there.
No, it
Well,
just went away. Or was that the cat?
Yeah. No, that's the raccoon. That's Mama.
Oh, I saw it. As I say, I saw its tail and stuff.
Prior to today, I only saw one baby. All right, I'm going to shut up for a second and see if you guys can hear this.
About 6 or 8 of them, probably.
Nah, it's too quiet. But yeah, there were 4 babies.
Yeah.
And now they're in the garage crying because Mama's out back, and they don't know what to do. They're sitting in the garage going, meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that surprised me. All right, guys, everybody stay here. I'm talking to my cats right now. Oh, boy.
You sound like me talking to dogs, and I'm like, hey, move your butt, or ooh, you stink, you did something, you know?
I forgot it rained earlier.
Oh, I'm muted.
Door.
Right. No, you're not.
Oh.
No, I only see myself. Oh, you presented me. Aw, how sweet.
Yeah, that's because some people on their phones can't see as good, so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this guy tonight?
Guys, I'm going to...
I just didn't want...
I got to go in and open the big door.
Okay.
Open the big
Go
door.
ahead.
Yeah, cats and raccoons can get apart because I don't want anybody...
Oh, I thought you were done. Shit!
Colorado, I didn't want you to think I was out here murdering stuff without a cause, basically. But I do nuisance trapping for the state of Ohio, and yeah, I get all kinds of weird calls, dude.
Yeah,
they
that
had some
elk
monkeys
on that
getting.
Video was scary.
Yeah, they had one of the bare ass baboons get loose in the middle of Columbus, and they couldn't catch it. So they called in the country boy can't survive.
Imagine. How do you get it to, like, how do you rein, for lack of a better term, how do you rein it in? You just wait, get the blow dart going, or, you know, the dart gun and get him, or?
Yeah, that's what I did. I had him cornered.
Come to you? I don't fear they would.
I had him cornered, and they put him back in the enclosure, obviously. But I've trapped some weird shit that people's had as pets, just crazy shit.
I worked for a lady that, well, she's since passed, but she named her bar the Snake Pit, and she raised, well, she had mastiffs, but like her exotic pets, she had, I think she told me like way before I knew her, like some kind of crazy frog or toad that was just like huge. And
probably a Pac-Man frog.
Probably. And she had the little, are they Capucci monkeys that have like the white face?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she had one named Visa Marie for forever, and then had a few other ones that she sold, and I don't think she ever really messed with snakes, and she had, you know, by the time I knew her, she was in her 50s, so she was, you know, out of the game, but she kept that monkey until she found out she had cancer, and she knew she couldn't take care of him anymore, so he'd come up to the bar sometimes and sit there and hang out. He was a good monkey. Or she was a good monkey. Her name was Lisa. So yeah, it was a girl. But She said when to get mad at her because she was gone to work, she'd go in there and get a pack of her cigarettes and open them up and tear them in half and start throwing them all over the bed. I was like,
yeah.
So I figured
Colorado
that's why
said,
the dogs go for the
that's
TV
fine.
remote. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, he said that's fine. I understand, man. I mean, I think what they should have done, if they're going to release or reintroduce stuff, it should have been stuff that was here natively or was here at one time. Because we never had red wolves here, period. We had gray wolves, but we never had red wolves. And red wolves are a lot different than a gray wolf. But
did they
for the most part,
okay
my
nuisance
trapping,
or?
they was trying to slow the deer population down.
Okay.
Well,
But I mean, like, big picture-wise.
Well,
what do they call that? Friendly fire?
Yeah, basically. But most of my nuisance trappings, like coons, possums, skunks, stuff like that, because just like that, Seven's got coons coming up to his house eating his cat food, and all he'd have to do would be call me and set up the time and a place, and then I would bill the state for going and trapping his coons.
Yeah. I cannot believe, like, the people don't live next door anymore because they just recently moved out because they're going to sell their house. But this raccoon, it was like the middle of the afternoon, and a guy that worked at the storage units came up, and he's got a really loud truck, and there goes this raccoon just and gets in there, kind of poking around their trash. And I thought, it's broad daylight. What are you doing? I thought, there's got to be something wrong with it, because that was kind of surprising.
Yeah. Coons can get distemper just like dogs can.
That's what somebody told me. I remember now you said that word.
Yeah. Colorado, right. They should have caught them and relocated them, but they turned them loose, and they were 3 months into their adjustment period, as they called it. And I set traps. I'm not a red wolf trapper. I've never encountered red wolves before, so I didn't know how to pattern them and their habits and stuff. Even a wild one, let alone one that was half raised in captivity. They just deemed it easier for me to dispatch them on spot, and they'll try something again later.
That's what kind of stinks, that you don't really have the final say in what goes on.
Yeah, I didn't have a say. Yeah, I didn't have a say in it. This is how it's going to be, and this is how you got to do it. And all I said was, okay.
Because I'm sure you have regulations you have to go by.
Oh, yeah. I've got crazy stipulations and regulations to when and where and why I can kill it and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But most of my nuisance trapping, they revolves around coons, possums, skunks, stuff like that, squirrels.
Man,
you wouldn't believe how many calls I get for squirrels in attics and shit.
You just nailed it on the head. What I was going to say, is
that true, Colorado?
Yeah, that's what I thought. They were sick if you see them during the day, because that's not normal.
Colorado, you don't have to delete your messages, man. We're pretty much on the same page.
No, man. You're good, dude. Yeah, I'm on the same page with you. I do that for a job, basically. Yeah. It pays good money.
I didn't see what he said anyway. I thought I kept up with most of it.
It was all about the red wolf.
Yeah, he was saying he didn't agree with it, but I understand that, and I get that a lot.
That's why I was asking back to the wolf thing, if that was just like, hey, because it's like the powers that be just said, okay, well, it's a wolf, that'll keep the deer population down no matter what color it is or what the big picture.
Yeah,
basically that's what in there, that'll work.
Yeah, basically that's what it was, because we had gray wolves here before, like 1800s, and they said, well, we can't buy gray wolves, so we can get these red wolves. They're in captivity. We'll buy them and turn them loose. And yeah, they screwed up.
Whoever was in charge of the budget for that said, sure, let's do that. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I did too, Colorado. I did too, man. And part of that's why I do what I do now, and because I understand the wildlife and know how to manage it, unlike some of the higher ups in the state affiliation deal there. I'm not saying I'm smarter than them.
So my
Just says I know a little.
kind of figured in of, a wolf's a wolf. Throw that in there. That'll work.
Yeah, that's basically what they did. They said, it's a wolf. It'll kill deer. It'll eat them. Well, here, turn them loose.
Yeah.
Well, here in New York, we have more problems with coy dogs than anything.
Coy?
Coy
like
dogs.
C-O-Y?
Coy. C-O-Y.
Like, okay.
Yeah, it's a hybrid
Coyote,
between coyote and a wolf, basically.
Oh.
People that drop off dogs in the boonies, like where I live, and we got like 3 out in the back 40 here.
That's sad.
Yep, and you can hear them. They start howling and everything else at night.
Yeah, and coyotes will also breed with feral dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they will. Colorado, I'm right there with you, buddy. They took the easy way out instead of doing the research that they should have done and implementing the animals that we did have. Instead of just saying, "Yep, that's a wolf. We'll take those," we'd have been a lot better off. I'm sure I would have got some calls about gray wolves or even timber wolves, but not near as many.
Yeah, right.
Well, see, that's somebody like me that doesn't go. I didn't know there was a red wolf.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's. I mean, I'm just saying. There's somebody that has that job probably wasn't that into the, like you said, the forestry and nature management and animal management. To even
most of the calls. Most of the calls when you say you're going to turn wolves loose is what I call shock calls. People see one and they'll freak out because it's a wolf, and it may have been running through the pasture where their cattle was, but it had no intention of hurting their cattle because it was scared to death. Yeah. So, it's a shock call. They're in shock and they seen a wolf, and yeah, they're freaking out.
That happened. Well, not the phone call part, but we lived out in the country, but it was up on a hill and it was surrounded by cornfield, but there was like a big, a grove of trees down at the bottom and, like around a cow pasture on the other side. And we had a German Shepherd.
Could be the story.
Al, can please finish one sentence?
I stopped talking.
He would killing these balls.
Anyway, he was
small for a male, and it snowed out, and I could see out the window, and the coyote or wolf or whatever it was came right up to him, and they didn't like have any kind of stance like they were gonna fight each other or anything. They just kind of did the sniff and then went about their business. And I thought, oh my God, I'm so glad my mom wasn't watching, because she would have been, like you said, one of those shock calls. She'd be like, oh my God, it's going to kill the dog and rip its head off,
Well, how many times?
I was only like 12 and knew. I was like, don't startle either one of them.
How many times do you hear the story of the, Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf and all that crap? And what's the other one?
Enough that it didn't warrant an interruption
of my story. Wolf, the boy that cried wolf. Yeah,
God bless some of these little old ladies up here, because that's the little old ladies are 95% of my calls. They'll see a coyote and swear to be damned it's a 150-pound wolf.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's a little different from a coyote.
Yeah.
I know coyotes are a lot bigger up north than they are down here, though. I mean, coyotes down here. I don't think in North Carolina. I don't think they get over about 50, 60 pounds at the most.
Yeah.
I mean, they're they just look frail compared to. Well, it's the same thing with deer. I mean, deer down here, oh, so cute. It's just like little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like Ohio deer. I mean, Ohio deer are freaking. You're like you want to saddle them up.
Right.
Yeah.
Up here for us, a 300-pound deer on the hoof up here is nothing. That's normal. Normal business.
Okay, now I've never seen one that big.
Oh yeah, in Ohio, I'm telling you, they're huge. You would be.
Yeah,
shocked.
we got small ponies that run through the woods.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would say
even females get huge.
I'm trying to compare it to the dog's weight. Maybe like 210 or more, just a little bit, maybe. I don't know. That's a guesstimator.
But yeah, I went to college for forestry and wildlife management, and I ended up doing this because I knew how to trap and fairly decent at it. And I'm telling you, I make good money.
Well, Byron, I got to ask you now. As I told you already, the female, the mom is definitely, she's not rabid or anything like that. She lets me within 3 or 4 feet of her when she's calm. But right now, I got 4 babies in the garage. She's still around the back, and the cats are like everybody's watching, standing guard. So anyway, I don't know. I don't want there to be a battle royale, but these guys, I would guess the babies are probably getting close to 8 pounds, something in that range. 8 pounds, yeah, maybe about 8 pounds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you suppose they're going to move out before too long? I mean, I know you can't read their minds, obviously, but I mean, I'm kind of leaning toward that.
Usually, if
they're probably going to move out.
I do it by how I do it is usually an 8-pound coon is about 5 months old, roughly 4 to 5 months old.
Yeah.
So they should be exiting stage left here within the next month at the most.
Yeah. All right. That's cool. Because, I don't want to kill them. My wife doesn't want me to kill them, obviously. And then, we're not going to do that. That's just not even an option. But,
mooses
they're big enough now.
Yeah, I really don't like to mess with the ecosystem too much if I don't have to. I don't want to trap and relocate a mama and 4 babies. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, if I don't have to.
Well, they're big enough now that if you tried to catch one of the babies with your hands, they're going to shoot your fingers up. So.
Oh, no doubt. I wouldn't do that. I'd set traps, obviously.
Believe it or not, mooses are more a nuisance to humans than anything. They're not afraid of shit.
What are you talking about?
Moose.
A moose.
What? Oh, moose?
Oh no, they'll run their ass over. And,
well, I don't have to worry about that.
Right.
That's what Colorado was saying. We got the same problem here with mooses. They come down from the mountains and shit, just like the black bear.
Colorado,
in the city.
7, I'd say within the next 2 weeks to a month, they'll be moving out. And especially if you start taking your cat food up, that way there's not excess cat food laying out there for the cats.
Right.
They'll figure out that, hey, the food source is gone. We need to migrate somewhere else.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been doing. I've been, since Mama started stealing the containers and taking them to her babies. I mean, I knew that's what she was doing because they were disappearing. I'm like, that's not normal.
Just don't. You kept saying I've had a raccoon stop in the garage. She was going up under that thing in the garage.
As Ruby said, don't put diapers on them and feed them milk. They'll end up staying there longer.
I had a friend that her mom, it wasn't. Yeah. I don't think it was her idea, and they put a diaper on it.
There's a lot of people that do that.
Stepbrother Facebook.
They have coons as pets. Actually, they do.
Yep.
That's what I can't figure out. Across the street, they've got a older Mastiff, an older Great Dane, and then a lab that probably 2 years old now. And I haven't seen the raccoon this year, but I haven't seen it since the spring. But it would come teetotaling out the front door with the dogs and go to the bathroom and walk around for a while and then go back in the house. And I know it's a different one from the year before when we moved in because this one looked bigger.
Right.
It's like you can tell about what size it was, and it was like, okay.
Just keep the coons feral, and they'll go on their own.
Well, now that I say that, I'm wondering about the one that was wandering around by the trash the other day. If that wasn't theirs that got out, because them people, oh my God, I don't dislike them, but I really wish they would keep their dogs on a leash if they're going to let them out in the yard. Because they literally have 5 foot between their front door and the sidewalk. With
guys,
2 big dogs like that, and they don't go in the backyard. What?
No, you're a little quiet for me. Is anybody else feel that way?
Maybe my headphones are getting ready to go dead.
No, you just kind of sound like you're half as close to the mic as you was.
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, I've got it right here by my mouth.
She's trying to sound sexy is what she's doing.
Does that sound better?
Move a little closer to the mic and kind of lip it.
I'd say either your headphones are about to go dead or...
Yeah, that's all the more I've got for mic right there.
Yeah, that's better.
You got closer to the computer and it got louder.
Yeah, that's true. It did. Melissa, I know it doesn't make sense, but maybe that
Lay
headphone's
your-
already
Because
not
these
working.
are still on.
Lay your
I would
headphone
like to be
down
able to
and
turn. What?
lay your headphones down and come closer to the computer and talk.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's better.
It might.
Yeah.
It might,
I don't want you to have to sit that way all night, but just saying. I mean,
Well, it
yeah,
might
I
I can
be-
think
scoot
you're.
it towards me,
might
but
be
if it's
the-
no good for me
I
to have
think-
my headphones on.
it might be in
Yeah,
her
well, I
settings.
know what you mean.
Hello, it might be in her settings. Or
It might be.
Might have to go in and change it to the mic, whatever. Different mic, because I've got three multiple mics. Three multiple mics.
I would like to be on the one on the computer and not echo, because that
Now
would be optimal.
that's not fair, Colorado.
Uh-oh.
Al wears diapers. I wear pull-ups.
Hey, I should some days. You just shouldn't trust a
I
fart.
wear
I mean, you
pull-ups
see all the
with
wine I
ABE
drink.
pads.
Hey, 7.
Yeah, man.
Best thing I can tell you, if you want them coons to move in a quick fashion,
Uh-huh.
feed your cats and sit out there with them until they're done eating. They walk away and then pick up the food bowls and take them back in with you, whatever.
Yeah, I got you.
And then about 4 or 5 days of that, those coons will leave because that free food source is then gone. And they'll have to move and find other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Even when the coons are babies, like eyes shut and everything, if you do that, she'll pick the coons up and move them herself.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, this year to me is better than last year. Last year was possums.
right, yeah.
Believe
Believe it or not, I had a pet coon for almost 15 years.
Is that right? Yeah, one of my buddies in high school did, man, up in Ohio.
Yeah,
Yep.
I changed that pair of diapers. I'm into Superman now.
It's pronounced
Oh, boy.
Dampier.
I'm
There you
gonna
go,
go-
Al.
I'm going to go to Batman next.
So should we call you Super Al or Bad Al?
Da-da-da-da. Hey, am I echoing?
I'm not wearing a cape right now.
No, you're not echoing, Melissa.
Because I'm taking these things
No,
off.
we're gonna call him Batwings. We're gonna call him Batwings 7.
Ew.
Super bad.
And it's
But,
not,
Batman Plus.
I caught that.
they're not depends. They're
I
actually.
caught that female coon. Go ahead.
Yeah, Byron. I don't mind them being here. It's just, I just don't want there to be a freaking melee between the cats and the raccoons.
Well, the cats
Oh,
will
hell
win.
no.
The cats will win. Trust me.
Oh, I know they will.
No, they
but
won't.
I think the
No,
cats
they
will tear
won't.
up the babies, but Mama will probably take out a cat or two.
Well, I don't want to
Yes.
find out. So let's just
She's
not
big,
let it
man.
happen.
Yes.
The birds are afraid to come on this property.
The first time I saw
the-
the mama, boy, she stood up on her back legs and put her paws up in the air at me. I'm like, okay, I can do that too.
Yeah. All she did was she came over there and reared up at you and said, "Look what I can do."
Yeah, I know. I did the same thing at her. And she sat down, looked at me, and I looked at her. We sat there looking at each other for about 5 minutes because, I don't dislike them. What I mean?
No.
Hey,
I was
hey,
just,
you want to make a
first
joke
I
about
thought it was
this?
just her until she started stealing food, and I'm like, all right, she's stealing food containers. She's definitely got babies in there.
Here, I'm going to get you guys to have a joke, okay? When I moved in here 6 or 7 years ago, I felt like Snow White. There was so many animals and chipmunks and deer. And,
Wait, Al, you're not Snow White?
no, that's what I said. I was
Totally
gonna-
disillusioned
I'll
me now.
let you have your fun. But anyways, there ain't one single animal on this property except for 2 cats and a skunk that don't go away.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
I mean, there is no
Hey,
chipmunk, no deer, there's no nothing. They're gone.
And then
hey, Colorado. Would you want to get up on the panel, man?
Who, Colorado? Yeah, bring him up.
Yeah.
yeah, I put the thing in the chat earlier so he could get up here.
I just
I didn't know.
Man,
it was like the 15-pound cats we had.
One of the few watching.
Because we belong, we're part of the SPCA. We foster animals and cats and dogs, which I don't understand the cat thing.
Colorado, man, come up if you want to. Seriously, we're
Yeah.
Yeah, you can lay in bed. You just don't have to show your face.
Yeah,
yeah, you can do that.
I just show shooting stars every once in a while.
That was so my fault. No, it was my sister-in-law's fault.
I mean, I ate them. I did not eat them.
I see one coming.
And it was so cute. The cats would.
My camera quit working.
Every animal the cats would kill, they'd put it on the porch for my brother. So when they come out, they'd want a reward for killing a cat.
Yeah, they want to make their parents proud, man. That's what they do. They honestly.
Exactly.
My kids.
What if your dog kills a?
My dog.
Dogs will do that.
My dog won't even hurt a flea.
No, my dog bit the head off a bird and then left it on the porch for me, and I'm like,
I got this red whoop here that'll play with a mouse using back and forth paw like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
You know.
That German
all right,
Shepherd, he would get a field mouse and just kind of he wouldn't hurt it, but he'd hold it in his mouth and keep dropping it. Like he just what is this? I don't know, but it moves, so I'm gonna play with it.
Yep, that's about what playing with the mice, back and forth.
Hey, Seven, I got a situation for you.
All right.
In the state of Ohio, I don't know if it's the same where you are down there. Which for your dogs, you got to have dog tags, rabies shots, vaccinated, all that stuff, right?
Right.
And all the paper.
Okay, how come they don't do that for cats?
They do it here in Illinois.
Do they really?
The rabies shots that earlier this year they started that.
They also do.
Well, how come they don't make it mandatory for cat owners to have cat tags for their tag like we do have to have dog tags?
I don't know. I have a friend that she's the one. She has a dog, but her daughter has a cat,
right.
And she said, "Oh my gosh," she goes, "She had to get the cat rabies shots this year."
I don't think I don't think they do New York tags for cats, but they do the track and GPS crap where they inject it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They put a little chip in it. Little chip in its deal.
And
yeah, because they typically
SPCA they fix every single animal that part of the adoption program.
Yeah.
And
spayed,
neutered, I didn't have my dogs all of them fixed, but regardless, because they say typically if they're not neutered, they don't have a chip. Like the one I told you my friends picked up, and I was like, no, you need to go back to your owner. That's not cool.
Right. That's the only thing I got against. I'm not saying people that own cats, in general, but there's people up here that have 100 cats and they can't keep track of how many cats they got.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous. Right. Yeah, so my theory was always hey, if you make these people that have 100 cats buy these $8 tags for these 100 cats, they're not going to keep 800 cats in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make them accountable for it, or they're like, oh shit, I could get in trouble.
And here's the problem: it takes months, 6 months at least, to get a feral cat to actually behave like a normal house cat.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's not even. Sometimes that don't even happen. Mm-hmm. They're not even. They're not even. We just adopted one out. Now we got another one.
Well, that's the thing, man. I mean, if I had my own planet, I'd let cats run free and eventually eat me when I die and have control of the whole planet. But I don't. So, with that in mind, in North Carolina, for indoor cats, they have to have. I'm echoing. Who's got their?
Darn it! See, that's why I didn't want to take my headphones off.
Oh, is that you? Oh, sorry, Melissa. Yeah, I understand now. I'm sorry.
Are you echoing now?
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Well, I had my volume down really low.
For indoor cats,
Colorado's back there. Colorado. He's in the backstage.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Colorado.
I didn't want him
just
to here forever.
I appreciate it because I don't look down there very often.
Yeah, thanks for leaving me hanging, Melissa.
You don't look down at all?
I've been sitting there for like an hour.
Colorado.
I see you over in my private chat.
Colorado is dark and Colorado is dark and scary back there, right?
Yeah, it is. Right?
I'm sorry.
I started to get scared.
Like, Melissa, you're echoing.
Even though I got a wolf on one side and a husky on the other, I'm still getting scared back here, you know?
I thought about texting out to the back face so I can be with you.
What was
that? Let me answer Byer's question. In North Carolina, for indoor cats, they have to have rabies shots every 5 years. Outdoor cats are kind of a different thing. I have a registered colony of ferals, but here's the deal. With that, you have to take them in, have them spayed and neutered. They clip off the tip of their ear, which I kind of hate that, but that's what they do. But anyway, yeah, so all my outdoor kitties are spayed and neutered, except one dude who just showed up about 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to take him in and have the same thing done to him. I hate to do that, but yeah, he's got to lose his
where do they come from, right?
Berries. But yeah.
So that's the difference. You're being accountable for
it. But I know what you mean, though. I mean, there should be some kind of regulation because, and believe me, I'm kind of a, well, we call it TNR, trap, neuter, return. I mean, I'm an activist for that down here, and people need to understand you can't just let them go nuts. I mean, you start with 2 cats, and in 10 years you're gonna have like 100 or 200. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they're gonna end up getting hit by cars, there's no good outcome. I mean, you have to spay and neuter, and as sad as that is, I mean, some people are like, oh, but kittens are so cute. Yeah, of course they're adorable, but so are puppies and everything else. But you can't just let them go wild. I mean, there are still lots of other considerations. So yeah, I mean,
totally.
all my kitties are spayed and neutered, and
well, that was kind of my thing up here. I mean, they don't have to get them rabies shots and stuff like that. A lot of people do, and like for you, like kudos, dude, because like that was one of my pet peeves as a wildlife kind of person, because up here the cats just they let them go do their thing. And like I can get held accountable if my dog kills chickens, but if the neighbor's cat comes over and kills a herd of my banty chickens, well, it's kind of like that gray area, you know what I mean? Like people don't want to take the accountability for it, and the state don't want to do anything. Like even cat tags, they don't want to do nothing. If they was $2, that way you have a general idea of the population of cats in the state.
Right.
They don't even want to do that. They're like 100% against it.
Oh, we have a problem where I live here is because we live in a not boonies, but out in the country, pretty much wooded, and people just drop them off. They just get they can't handle 6 or 7 freaking little kitties. So we end up getting them here on our property, and then we turn them into SPCA.
Wow.
They try to get them adopted out, but they doing all this stupid paperwork and that.
Here's the problem down here. There are so many that unless they are very, very cute and you can pick them up and hold them and they'll purr in your arm, they're gonna get killed. Even if we turn them into the SPCA, they're just going to be gone, and they're going to be turned into pet food, unfortunately.
Well,
we have like 10 or 12.
Here's kind of my example. Go ahead.
We have 10 or 11, I think 12 live traps that we catch them, and then we turn them in for rabies and getting fixed and all that stuff. So, which is the best thing to do, but they don't nip the ears off. That's stupid.
Well, yes and no. I agree with you on the stupid part, but I also agree with why they're doing it. Here's my thing, is like responsible pet owners like you or Seven that that have their cats, take care of them, claim their cats. I don't have an issue with them at all, not at all. It's the people that have like the 100 outside cats and here in Ohio, we have a law that states if it is a feral cat, you're supposed to kill it on sight. As soon as you see it, kill the feral cat.
Jesus.
But here's the gray area to that. 95% of people, their cats don't have collars on them, so I don't know if that cat's feral or not.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
Just by it walking across the field, I can't say, hey, that cat's feral or that's Fluffy from down the road.
Unless
So a lot of us don't do it because of that, because then there's repercussions. If I shoot your cat, then you can sue me.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we don't do it. So that's kind of the thing. I wish they'd start like a tagging program or like that. Nip the ear off the feral cats. Then we'd know that's not Fluffy.
Yeah.
So responsible pet owners like y'all, I ain't got a problem in the world with y'all. It's the ones that's got 4,000 outside that don't want to take care of them.
Yeah, but when you see the clipped ear in North Carolina, clipped ear means neutered. So that's not one you need to kill because it's it's not going to reproduce. It's not going to have a problem.
Right. But Ohio has the law. Feral cats kill on sight, but you can't tell the difference between Fluffy and a feral cat.
Right.
So I just let them walk unless I catch them in a live trap or something and they're ferocious. I let them walk.
All crazy.
Yeah.
You let them walk.
I mean, if I catch one in a leg trap, it's gonna be fighting mad anyway. But if I can let it go in a leg trap and it's not hurt or injured, I let him go because I don't know. That could be some little girl's cat.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy, but you don't know that you're being that guy.
I
keep shit under control.
I mean, coons and possums and stuff like that. Yeah, they're going to reproduce, but I don't want to be the dude that shoots Sarah's cat down the road and she just got it on her birthday or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
when I was growing up,
like when I tell people I'm a nuisance trapper, they automatically assume I'm a cold-hearted animal killing some bitch, but not necessarily.
The other night, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like,
it depends on how hungry.
People actually they need that.
No, they need animal control and on things. And when I was growing up, I grew up on Long Island. I grew up around. My dad had a boat and all that for as far as I can remember. In our marina, they had wildcats, and every summer, my father and a friend of his who was actually a vet, and my stepmother, they would actually put out live traps, catch the cats, and he would take them and he would neuter or spay them for free, and then we'd bring them back to the marina and let them go because every winter they were climbing into people's boats that were storing their boats there and having babies and destroying people's boats because they were ripping them to shreds because they were living in there because of the kittens.
That or spraying everywhere.
Yeah, and so
I forgot about that.
They were they were taking them out, getting them fixed, and then just bringing them back so that way the cat population, because I mean it was so pathetic that there were less than year old kittens having sex with their brother.